Jim Rex? What's Jim Rex? Would you believe a movie audience guide presented as a public service by this theater's management to help you select your motion picture entertainment? Well, that's what it is. And we urge you to learn these rating symbols and use them as a guide for you and your family. G means suggested for general audiences, all ages. M, suggested for mature audiences, parental discretion advised. R, restricted, persons under 16 not admitted unless accompanied by parent or adult guardian. X, persons under 16 will not be admitted. This seal in advertising indicates that the film was approved under the Motion Picture Code of Self-Regulation.
To the kids on his turf, he was a hero.
I'll take an arm.
To the cops, he was a cold-blooded killer. To the bosses, he was a threat.
You only cause more confusion. You'll spill more blood. You're just taking what should have been mine.
And to millions of others, he was a headline, trying to become an obituary. Crazy Joe. He was a junior executive in the biggest business in the world.
400.
Service to the family is the duty.
Hey, that key stuff don't pay the rent.
Then he took a shot at becoming chairman of the board.
How Luciano get to be boss? By chopping Maserino. Genovese pushes Costello, he's the boss. Then Anastasia gets hit. It's time these old greaseballs moved over and gave us some room.
Set him up. Matter. Too hairy for you, Manny?
Don't believe what you read in the papers, Willie.
Joe, I'm telling you, man, don't be lying to me.
The boys up in Harlem had something he needed. Lots of black, uptown muscle.
Hey, what's happening, my man?
And he had something the brothers wanted. Brooklyn.
I'm taking it. Oh!
But to take on the family.
We're under protection of the new management.
To rip off their money.
Hey, I want to see $35 for this machine this week or I'm going to break your finger.
To kill their soldiers and expect to stay alive.
You see, in a strange way, society respects the criminal.
You have to be smart.
Because the criminal has the guts to go against the social order.
You have to be quick.
You're in Dutch, baby.
You have to be ruthless. And you have to be crazy. Crazy Joe.
Hey, it's just like the 4th of July. Shout, man!
He was born in the gutter, and that's where he died. It took 42 years and 9 bullets. The story of Crazy Joe was torn from yesterday's headlines, and it's as terrifying as tomorrow's.
Hi, my name's Richard Petty. I drive race cars, and sometimes they drive me. That happened May 10th, Darlington, 1970. That's me hanging upside down from what's left of number 43. That was a ride I'll never forget. Of course, I'm not complaining, because like we always say, that's racing. And that's what 43, the Petty story, is all about. Racing. The people in racing, the drivers, the mechanics, the engineers, and women too. This is a movie us Pettys are mighty proud of. We take a long look back to when Dad, Lee Petty, first got started. Things were kind of hectic in those early days. My dad and a lot of other fellows kind of liked playing around with stock cars, trying to make them go a little faster, just for the pure thrill of it. Fireball Roberts, Junior Johnson, Flock Brothers, they were all part of it, and we Pettys were right in the thick of it. Darren McGavin plays my dad. Kathy Brown, she plays my mom. Noah Berry Jr., he plays my Uncle Julie. I was just 7 then. My brother Maurice was about 5. And when it came to racing, we were just about the biggest bunch of greenhorns you ever did see. But we didn't stay green long. We learned real quick. When it comes to racing, you jump in feet first or you ain't around long. Lynn Marta plays my wife Linda. L.Q. Jones, he plays a fellow named Cola. A fellow who never did figure racing was a fair play sport. Pierre Jarbera plays a fellow named Curtis Cross. Of Before he started going in circles in a racetrack, he spent a good deal of his time out running revenue agents. Me, I just play myself. The story covers about 25 years of American stock car racing, right up to today. There was good times, and of course some bad times too. Times we laughed at ourselves, times we tried and couldn't. We had our fair share of all of it. So if you like racing, or you'd like to know how racing families live, I'd sure like to invite you to come see 43, The Petty Story. Meet my brother Maurice, my cousin Dale Inman, all the guys who work in the Petty Pit Crew. This is a picture about my family for your family. 43, The Petty Story. See you there.
Sweet Jesus. Is he a soldier of God or just a soldier?
A black preacher!
This son of a preacher never learned to turn the other cheek.
Not help your righteous Reverend Jason Lee is to not help Jesus Christ. That man out there pushing that dope, he's somebody's son, he's somebody's nephew. So when he's out there doing these things to our community, and you calling on the name of Jesus, do something about it. Remember Jesus, the faithful servant, is here. There's gonna be some changes in my church.
Sweet Jesus, a preacher man who swings as hard as he talks.
Jesus! I want you to work with Jason Lee.
Down here one more time, and I will kill you. Joy, you give me Holmes on the phone.
Reverend Jason Lee, helping the people help themselves.
You got something I want, and I got something you want, so let's get to that. $5,000 for your campaign.
When I see an influential black dude trying to turn brothers on a job, quite a handout, I worry, brother.
The Lord don't appreciate looking down on this beautiful black community and seeing his children being mistreated.
I'm here for some answers, and I better get them.
Thanks, Reverend. That young buck pulled a knife.
We're not gonna have this case buried 6 feet under here, because if they do, sweet Jesus, they're gonna have to bury me 6 feet deep.
Nobody gets in the way of sweet Jesus.
All the trucks in this town, you gotta pick on mine? What are you trying to do, set me up?
The Lord helps those that help themselves, but each man must work to gather his own fruit.
Come on up to my place and,
So if you don't like it, why don't you go back to the Congo?
Why should I? Well, we got a lot better monkeys here, and they can do better tricks, too. How they pull their bananas.
Who's cutting in?
I am.
I hope I misunderstood you.
There's just no more room for you down here, Frank. I mean, it's that, new black capitalism you've been hearing about.
when you gonna realize money is the king of the land?
Color of your skin doesn't matter when you got it in your hand.
And I say unto you that death comes as suddenly and unexpectedly to the righteous as well as the unrighteous. You might be saying at this time, you know, how can one preacher help fight all this evil? Well, with God's help and your help, I can do it. Alone, I can't do it. And I need you. I need your help.
Sweet Jesus, you can't out-talk him, and you can't out-fight him. Amen, brother. Don't open that door. Albert may be there. Poor Albert and little Annie. Albert was young, intelligent, handsome, and sick. Very sick. Albert hated women. It all started with his strange relationship with Mother.
My mother's a whore. Did you know that? In Middle Ages, she would have been stoned to death. Goodbye, Mother. I've killed you, but you still exist, don't you?
These women trusted Albert. They shouldn't have. The nurse took away his only pleasure. The night lady, all she wanted was money. She got more than she bargained for. The housekeeper, she was practically dead the very moment she opened the door. Annie, the child woman, he wanted to marry her, not kill her.
No, we don't know nothing except this guy, these cars are not real good, you know?
Poor Albert, what's the future hold in store? Poor Albert, do you know what you are looking for? Are you living in the shadow?
Prepare yourself for the most severe shock waves ever encountered on the screen. Bizarre and terrifying. Poor Albert. And little Annie.
Just like all the rest.
Just like all the rest!
Albert wanted so desperately to love. Why was it that his love always ended in murder? Poor Albert and little Annie. The deadliest nightmare of them all.
There are millions of swingers that live it up.
Let's cut out. It's party time.
But some die.
Charlie, I wanted her.
I thought I told you if word got out that we were swingers, it would kill my practice.
She was wild. Couldn't get enough.
Hey, for sure.
It's about your old lady, man. That was just right, Charlie.
Can a smart lawyer get away with murder?
Well, I guess I'll go out and talk to his wife. What's the talk? Killed himself. Rich, just got a call. Another 187 PC.
What I mean is, could this have been a suicide pact between your husband and Jim Simon?
We were swingers. Charlie, if you really love me, you wouldn't want to do this. Amy that I'm interested in.
Yeah, two of them. Listen, we're gonna need the meat wagon over here.
They were murdered.
Bill Stacy is dead, too.
You know him too, didn't you?
What exactly is it that you want?
The truth.
You think I'm crazy?
You've never met a couple like Charlie and Amy. Or maybe you have.
Trouble is here. He's street smart and steel hard. He's a healer, a fixer.
My name's T, baby.
Wears $600 suits. Drives a $10,000 car, and he carries two guns, one to stop trouble and one to make trouble. He was born in the ghetto and raised in the streets. He's been a man since he was a kid, and trouble is this man's name. If you got trouble, call T and leave a message. Service is prompt, efficient, and deadly. Trouble man, you jive him, he'll wash you away. Trouble man. Rated R. Restricted.
Brace yourselves. It's happening again. That same sense of horror. That same moment of silence before death explodes. No one can stop him. No one can escape him. A bludgeoning fury, no longer human, creating a nightmare of blood again and again. His trail, a cloud of terror. His trademark, the severed arm. Starring Deborah Wally.
He's already killed 2 men. He's mutilated a 3rd. Now what the hell do you want, lady?
We thought for sure I was next.
You know he's not gonna stop. That's why I'm carrying one of these.
Whoever it is in the building with you.
It's a cave-in! It's locked! We're back!
There's someone following us right now.
A hit-and-run killer stalks the shadows. There's no place to hide from the nightmare of the severed arm.
Get away from me! I'm sorry, kid. You lost!
There's a lot to scream about in The Severed Arm.
Coming right at you. Warren Oates. Born to kill. In the hustler's world, it's pay or die.
Oh, wow. Hey, Mr. Mansfield, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't bring no cash with me. I was so sure I was going to win and everything. But listen, I got some money at home. I got a lot of it. I'm going to bring it back as soon as I get home.
He's a redneck rebel with a taste for hot women and fast cars. Born to be wild. The law can't touch him at all.
This is a stick-up. Hands over your head. Anybody who moves gets their head blasted off.
Born to kill. Two high-stakes gamblers out to con every fat cat in the South. The macho movie that ricochets off the screen with a double-barrel action blast. Warren Oates is Born to Kill. Rated R.
What is the outer limit of fear that drives a man to the point of terror?
To be somebody. It's all I've ever wanted. And I'll do anything to get it.
This is what I am, and what I'll always be.
And what drives a man from the point of terror and into the arms of his mistress's daughter?
Where's Helene?
Sleeping. Mother?
If you can stand the shock of the dark side of fear, you must see Point of Terror.
One man against ruthless killers trained in the arts of judo, lethal kicks, karate, kendo, see it all in the Hammer of God, a bloody clash of open-hand terror. They stop at nothing, not even rape. He trains to revenge the murder of his friend. See the most vicious open-hand fight scenes ever filmed. What did he say?
He was bringing in karate.
See the brutal fight to the death. Don't miss the Hammer of God. It's wild, explosive. It's coming soon, the Hammer of God.
And no angels, law-defying, getting their kicks from violence and torture. The Wild Angels, starring Peter Fonda and Nancy Sinatra. In the Angel Gang, if you're one man's woman, you're his old lady.
Well, because the way I used to be and all, you know. I just figured that you thought I...
You talk too much.
If you're a mama, you're every man's woman.
All right, everybody. We race up to that end of the canyon. The first one gets Mama Monahan. I'm ready.
Look, baby, I say we're gonna have a party now.
Listen, Frankenstein, get lost or the loser will take care of you.
Oh, man, I got more than the loser ever had.
Oh, blues!
These are the beginners.
Their emblems, those of the defeated, the despised. Their intimacies, a rape of decency. Their every enjoyment, a parody of pleasure.
Yeah, we don't want nobody telling us what to do. We don't want nobody pushing us around.
Just what is it that you want to do?
We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. Oh, no, preach. Not children of God, but hell's angels.
It's party time!
They call him Angel. He's a dropout from a tough sickle club, a gang that lives, loves, and hunts trouble. A man searching for himself and finding others searching for themselves.
It takes a long, long time before you calm down all the way.
They reached for a new way of life, but some people didn't want them.
Dave, I didn't know we were gonna bulldog no pigs here today.
Or we'll run you into the dirt!
Need a favor, man. I thought maybe you and some of the boys might show them how, you know?
Zorro's back. Zorro, the greatest hero of them all.
Thank God for your life, Sergeant.
Everyone knows the mark. Everyone knows the mask. Everyone cheers his fame. It's the all-new adventures of Zorro. It's all for fun, and fun for all. Zorro, the spirit of adventure. A mystery in a mask. A legend that lives and fights in the biggest adventure of them all. No danger too great. No escape impossible. Zorro's everywhere. It's all new. It's all fantastic. Zorro, the most incredible daredevil in the most spectacular action. It's the all-new adventures of Zorro. Here's to flying high, la 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 Zorro.
It slashes. It smashes. It rips you apart. Triple irons, the deadliest weapon of the martial arts, mastered by a torturous tyrant who defies every challenge.
A personal question.
I wish you would.
How did a nice boy like you get involved with a group like the Heads?
I turned to them after I was rejected by the Daughters of the American Revolution.
I can't touch you if I do, I'll lose my baby. Baby, why don't you give me everything I want and it's real all my love, baby. Ooh, take me on home, my head is burning.
Tell me why you're leaving?
Sure, job sucks.
Did you ever want to shove your job?
So long, suckers!
Split the town?
Tomorrow into Alaska, the last frontier.
And just drive?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Rocket John in the Highballing Alaskan Express.
And drive?
Alaska.
They were young enough to make it, and hungry enough to take it.
Go. Into the trucks. This stuff moves. Back the trucks up into the site. Nothing moves.
All right, back it up.
You know, it's really terrible what happens to tourists.
You sure that?
How you doing?
Okay.
You spent our last money on dog food?
Delicious.
Susie, John, and Scott. And sometimes Susie, Scott, and John. And along came Cindy.
How'd you like to come back to my place?
A four-way combination. They came north to get rich, to get free.
Must be the wind.
How'd you learn how to drive like that? Go-karts. Come on, man.
The rest was just teamwork.
I want to know one thing. How much money do we got left?
$300,075. Oh, Mother.
You're not going to stop.
Starring Desi Arnaz Jr., Robert Carradine, Ann Lockhart, and Melanie Griffith. Joyride. It was fun while it lasted.
For 15 years, Sam Varner stalked the Indian. Tonight, the Indian stalks him. Gregory Peck, Eva Marie Saint in The Stalking Moon.
Apaches? How many?
Just one.
But there were 3 men. They were all armed.
One set of tracks and a buffalo rifle.
Salvahi.
Last I heard of Salvahi, he was clear down to Window Rock.
What the hell's he doing up here again?
He came for his son. He'll come back for his son.
They put 1,000 miles between themselves and the Apache, but it wasn't enough. Relentlessly, as the moon, he stalks them.
Now listen, at the fort I hear from the Indians about the boy. You know what he is, this boy?
Yeah.
Well, I figure maybe you don't know. So I ride Hennessy. Then I ride Silverton. Silverton, they're all dead too. I come tell you. He's on his way.
Tonight, when the stalking moon is high, he will find them.
You won't hear him.
I'll hear him.
It doesn't happen that way. He just comes.
Escape the stalking moon.
They're giving the cops in L.A. a tough time, man. I'll tell you.
$10,000 bill!
Tell him to hold on to him. I want him.
4 motorcycle riders assigned to kill. Run, Angel, run!
Waste him.
He squealed on his gang and the word was out. Waste him. Run, Angel, run! More action. More thrills and more action than you've ever seen before. Run, Angel, run! In color.
Choppers, honey?
Hell's Angels, the real Hell's Angels, riding today. Guys with guts who want to travel their way. Rough. Raucous. Really tough. With their own code of law and order.
Anytime anybody needs help that's with us, we go all the way. We go to jail for you, do anything for you.
Violence is their thing. In play. In love. In anger. even to each other.
Hands on your head.
Heads on the ground. Stay quiet. Nobody move. You guys have been here less than 24 hours, and already we got a riot and a robbery on our hands.
We got 2 guys in there, pal, and we're going in to get them.
The deadliest gamble ever dared. Real Hell's Angels.
Lee Van Cleef has been ugly, dirty, and downright mean. Now, watch him get violent. Let's say I'm buying your revenge for $50,000. Then the honest people of Clifton can owe their debt to Frank Talbot.
Pretty quick with a pistol. And I don't want to question that, Talby. But who knows if you'd take on a real duel?
The weapon that's gonna kill me ain't invented yet. Anyone who gets dragged, shot, kicked, is bound to turn violent. Lee Van Cleef just does it better than most. I'll kill you any way you want.
Mavericks. They've broken out of our world. Untamed. Unwashed. The destroyers. Terrorists to be feared. Any girl who joins them can expect anything.
The main thing is they kicked us out of the town for raping a girl we didn't even rape.
That's right. I never heard the Skulls taking that from nobody.
Hey, man, what's happening?
They got some, unfinished business in Brookville.
Beware of the Devil's Angels, whose greatest joy is to destroy. Get out of their way if you can.
Bummer and Willie, two mercenaries, killing some time between killings.
How come the
man wants you so bad? And if he does want you so bad, how come you're playing so hard to get all of a sudden? Well, number one, he wants me because he doesn't want the army. Two, I'm always hardly dead when I'm being blackmailed.
When I get back, I'm gonna make you a millionaire, baby.
Ben Gazzara, Paul Winfield, the best murder machine in the business, looking for a war. And then a war found them. High velocity.
What would it take for you to penetrate their stronghold in Calabar?
You're talking about hitting a major guerrilla stronghold, snatching your man and bringing him back alive. Well, we're good, but we don't perform miracles.
High velocity. His name is Bishop. He's as methodical as a machine, as precise as a computer. Bishop is a mechanic. He specializes in body work.
This one has to be done first.
I'll handle it the way I always do.
There may not be time enough for that.
I'm not some wild Cleveland shooter. I don't cowboy.
Hurry! Run to the car! Set up!
I can't!
Bishop is a master of manufacturing death by accident and murder by natural causes. For 20 years, his performance has been flawless, but then he made his first mistake.
You ever hear the term mechanic used outside its normal meaning?
Yeah? A hitman.
So? So there we are.
You've got a partner, Mr. Bishop.
Bishop knows you build a killer from the ground up and teach him one cardinal rule.
Remember, no second chances. Dead sure or dead.
And when he's ready, you cut him loose.
How long till she goes?
Now.
There's only one problem with teaching somebody to kill. He may become too good at it. Good enough to replace the teacher as the top mechanic.
Hello, who is it? There's someone waiting to kill you. What? You can see him if you look out of your porthole.
Being a killer is easy if you're a member of the family.
I want that film.
And I want you to join our little family.
I've been a know-it all my life, Liver.
But when a private killer cuts into the family business, being a killer is suicide.
Why is it whenever I'm with you, I always end up in the middle of blood and violence?
The orphan sets up a one-man business with new rules. No rules.
Oh, don't you know?
The only part of the family he wants is their most beautiful women.
lost the courage to pull the trigger?
Let me tell you, Jeff. You know, you ate the apple and they're gonna throw you out of the Garden of Eden.
Here is a motion picture that doesn't waste a second, that runs with the speed of the death crowd and stops only for a target. The devil is all the family the orphan will ever need.
No.
The family puts you in the middle of a killer's quarrel and leaves you with the sting of excitement. The family.
This man has $6 million worth of heroin. It belongs to the mob, and all it will cost him is his life. American International Pictures presents The Italian Connection. The Italian Connection, the story of an international manhunt with a cast of international stars, Luciano Paluzzi, Cyril Cusack, and Henry Silva and Woody Strode as the hunters.
I want you to kill him in the most brutal way possible, because I want it to be conspicuous, sensational. In other words, make it obvious that the job was commissioned by the New York bosses.
They've come 5,000 miles to stalk their prey. Now, they're moving in for the kill. When the Godfather signs your death warrant, there's no place in the world you can hide.
Frank, shoot him!
The Italian Connection. Make it, you'll make a fortune. Miss it, you'll get a little round hole right between your eyes.
And the boys are coming to town. Gene Hackman and his boys are waiting for them.
Nick? Marianne? You eat guts.
Yeah. I like them.
Talk now, eat later. Nice to see you in the same old rat hole. You tell Marianne that I'm here. And not to get any fancy ideas about turning me or any of my boys into hamburger. You got it.
Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman. Together they're murder in prime cut.
They tell stories about you now. Good tough ones. Did you come here for Marianne, Nick, or me?
Marianne.
Marianne's freezing things at the ice house. Me, I'm already thawed.
What do you think of all this, Nick?
I think it stinks.
This is my country.
Yeah.
I give it just what it wants. Dope and flesh. You have a good time last night? Huh?
Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman, prime cut. The gangster film that's a cut above.
Depths of the Great Depression, an army of homeless men roamed the land, stealing rides on the railroads.
They were nomads who lived by no law but their own, and dedicated to their destruction was the railroad man who stood between them and the trains. Hang on for action-adventure that roars like thunder. A hobo called A Number 1 and a railroading man named Shack meet in battle at breakneck speed in Emperor of the North. A Number 1, a man who lives by his wits.
I'm trusting you, kid. Cover for me.
Hey, you come back here!
He takes what he needs and goes where he wants, and always travels first class.
You confess sinner,
The Lord is my tabernacle.
and his ship is filled with gold.
Set sail for the pearly gates.
Hallelujah, brother!
A Number 1 has been everywhere, but never on the number 19, Shack's train, where nobody rides for free and lives.
Next time I pick up an empty, I'm not going to have it burned. You never let it happen again. Never!
Shack's weapons, a steel hammer, a length of chain, and he'll use them with pleasure if he catches any bum on his train.
I did it. I rode your damn train.
There's only one beau that's got the stuff to try me. You ain't even on the list.
The king of the hobos travels by rail, and he always travels alone. This time, a punk kid named Cigarette is going along for the ride.
Okay. Any tramp that sets foot on my train,
I'd hold him out and shake him to death like a snake.
You ain't stopping at this hotel, kid. The stars at night, I put them there. My road, kid, and I don't give lessons and I don't take partners.
Look, do exactly what I do. Nothing more. Don't like it, just do it.
The fast mail going through the junction at 7:10. That's 11 minutes.
I'll be there in 4.
Not at yard speed, you won't.
I won't be going yard speed. I'm gonna highball.
I'm not giving away another free ride.
A Number 1 loved the game, and he knew what had to be done. But the evil Shack had a plan of his own.
A Number 1 to Portland on the 19th.
But that's Shack's train.
Mark it.
Hey, number 1! Hey, number 1! Name is on the tar, I seen it. Northbound to Portland.
$5. He makes it all the way to Portland.
Okay, I'll handle the money.
Tell the telegraph operator to let the boys down the line in on it. Tell him in Eugene.
Word got up and down the line. The rebel was heading north on the 19. Some of the men bet on A Number 1, but most of the money is on Shack.
Shack!
Your flight's over here.
And now the game begins. For A Number 1, it's the most dangerous ride of his life. For Shack, it may be the last. Lee Marvin is A Number 1. Ernest Borgnine is Shack. Face to face at breakneck speed in Emperor of the North. Emperor of the North. It's not a place. It's a prize.
Now, tell me, how'd you make money?
I knock people down.
You mean like a prize fighter?
No, they're pickup fights. The money's made on bets.
1933. America had hit the skids. People were out of work and out of luck. Life was as tough as a cheap steak.
Oh, you've been down the long, hard road.
Who hasn't?
It was hard times.
I got a husband in jail, no job, and no prospects.
I don't look past the next bend in the road.
Columbia Pictures presents Hard Times, starring Charles Bronson as Cheney, a drifter.
When I get enough change in my pocket, I'm going.
A loner.
Are you gonna stay the night?
Not this time.
A man who spoke soft.
I barely know you.
Yeah, but would you like to?
And hit hard. James Coburn as Speed, a born con man.
All side bets, I keep 75%. That's how it works.
Who can make a fortune in a day.
I propose to toast to the best man I know. Me.
And lose it in a minute.
What the hell are you doing? You don't want no trouble. Just you pay your debts.
Speed was the hustler. Cheney was the hitter. Together, they just couldn't be beat. Charles Bronson and James Coburn. Together, they're a knockout. In Hard Times.
McCoy. 1 to 10 years sentence for armed robbery. First offense in the state of Texas. Wanted by the state of Ohio for assault with a deadly weapon and armed robbery.
One hole.
Hey ho, get that brush pile here and get it rounded up. I want it tight where to burn. Look out, McCoy. Get your axe and come on up here and catch in. Oh man, that's just a game.
I don't like this game anymore.
What did I tell you? Isn't that game?
It's all a game.
Hang you.
I'm sorry I was late. I was having my hair done and the girl was slow.
You look fine.
Where do you want to go?
Straight ahead.
Hang and rattle, folks!
Five boys.
I think you liked it with him. I think he got to you.
Maybe. At least I got to him.
She told me no one would get killed. In a hurry, Benyon. You still don't get the picture, do you? And I've always heard what a smart-ass operator you was.
Thank you
For what?
for getting me out.
It's a pleasure.
Shit.
You've seen Charlie Barry?
You're an interesting man, Mr. Varick. Last of the Independents.
Oh, my God.
You want to die for somebody else's money?
$500,000?
Could be.
Harold Young, Trace Cruise's bank manager, has estimated that the bandits escaped with less than $2,000.
Who are they kidding? Us?
It's 10 to 1. This stuff belongs to the Mafia. This is gambling money, skimmed off the top. The Mafia kills you. No trial, no judge. They never stop looking for you, not till you're dead. I'd rather have 10 FBI's after me.
One man against the Mafia.
Bang! This little bank a million miles from nowhere gets hit by 4 professionals. Now they're going to think that's strange.
Why couldn't it be just a coincidence?
Because they don't believe in coincidence.
Crop dusters don't wave guns. Put that thing away fast.
But we're gonna get them. They'll never get out of New Mexico. I feel that in my gut.
Might want to fence off some money.
Hot?
Burning up.
What do you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Which doesn't mean I won't throw you right out that window if I have to.
Sooner or later, you're gonna tell me everything you know. So why not save yourself a great deal of pain? Where's Charles Varick?
When Charlie Varick runs out of dumb luck, he always has genius to fall back on.
Say your prayers.
First, don't wear a hat in church. Second, you don't buy this stuff, and you don't sell it, and you don't use it.
Right.
Keep quiet, you smell like a distillery.
Get up against the wall. Be cool. Or be cool. The priest and the ex-cop are the toughest super team in town. They're tough guys. Isaac Hayes is the ex-cop who's got some heavy scores to settle.
Father, he's all yours.
Thank you.
Lino Ventura is the priest who's an expert at confession.
Who sent you?
Hey, my friend has your question. I said my friend asked your question. Now, who sent you?
Mike Petralia.
Go tell him that if he wanted to frighten us, he succeeded.
They prowl down the meanest streets and into every ghetto hellhole. They're heading straight for trouble, and trouble is Brother Snake. Fred Williamson is Brother Snake, and he's killing anything that moves for $1 million in cash.
That kind of money doesn't interest me anymore. The important thing is to wind up this whole affair, so the newspapers can go back to this Watergate and leave my business alone.
It's time for the tough guys.
Say, who are you?
I'm the guy who arrives at the right moment.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Tough guys. Thank God they're on our side.
I hate violence.
Isaac Hayes hits hard in his first dramatic role as Soul Brother #1 in 3 Tough Guys.
These are the rich, the internationally rich. They deal in death. They live high. A great way to live, but a bad way to die. They've got to be stopped. They've got to be hit. Billy D. Williams is Nick Allen. He hates heroin, and what he hates, he hits.
See, officer, I ain't got nothing. I'm clean, man.
You want to bust pushers? That's not exactly what I have in mind. Well, what did you have in mind, Nick? Go right to the source.
He'll track his target across 2 continents to stop the deadliest flow of traffic in the world. And he'll stop anyone who tries to stop him. His team are 7 names in a top-secret file. They come from all walks of life, and they're experts in all kinds of death. A hooker from Vassar.
Uncle Sam wants you again.
Do I have a choice?
A shooter from Vietnam.
According to your file, you're quite remarkable with a rifle. And you don't mind killing.
Look, for goodness sake, man, I'm a cop on a 30-day leave.
A tough cop. And a cloak and dagger couple.
I want to hire you to do a job that you both used to specialize in.
An ace mechanic with a motive for murder.
Your wife was murdered by a junkie. Uncle Sam wants to give you an opportunity to get even.
1 week to sharpen their skills.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fire! Gotta go faster than that.
4 seconds. Give me 2 more seconds. Dan been killed. Ida.
Make it 6, Dan. What's the problem? All right, you got 6. No big deal.
You'll be dead.
Get off my back.
You all did fantastic. It was beautiful, but listen, you gotta pick it up another 10 seconds.
Okay, I can't do it like this. I can't do it. I'm never gonna get it.
You do what I tell you to do. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
The training is over. The target is set. The team is ready.
Right on, brother.
7 seasoned veterans of secret wars. 7 for hire. 7 for hit.
There is only one, number 1. This one.
The greatest and bravest showman in the world, Evel Knievel.
The one and only Evel Knievel. The world's most incredible daredevil. Who puts his life on the line with every death-defying jump. Makes his dramatic film debut in Viva Knievel. Also starring Gene Kelly.
Dad? I'm Tommy, your son.
Red Buttons.
What is this? Judgment Day? You're not my judge and jury. I didn't kill anyone.
Lauren Hutton.
Stop it! You ain't stop! I've had a front row seat at this ugly spectacle. And I want you to know something. I think you're both the worst.
Marjo Gortner.
Hey, the Lord wants to kill you, and your buddy will, too.
Why? The chase is on. Evel Knievel bets his daredevil skills against deadly odds. In a story packed with rip-roaring excitement. And the excitement is non-stop.
Pace, #1 car thief in America. He'll steal anything, anytime, as long as it's insured.
My horoscope this morning.
His front, insurance investigation. His business, stealing cars. And now he's got to fill the biggest contract yet.
We had delivered over 40 cars to docks by Saturday. That's a sad story. To the list.
You can lock your car, but if he wants it, it's gone in 60 seconds. Things don't always go as planned, even for a pro. Sometimes when you steal a car, you get more than you bargained for.
Holy shit!
Error.
Who is it?
Police! The whole damn thing's loaded. Fasten your seatbelt for what Carcraft magazine calls the most hair-raising chase scene ever filmed. Hollywood Reporter says it's a thrill a minute. You owe it to your car to see Gone in 60 Seconds. It's grand theft entertainment. Gone in 60 Seconds. Rated PG.
Corky Curtis is looking good.
Atta boy. One more time. How you doing back there, darling?
Doing just fine.
It's a good time to roll!
Corky Curtis has just taken over the lead. Almost goes into the retaining
Corky
wall.
Curtis is looking good.
Frozen engine! Look at this!
You won't listen. You get out there and you slide around for the grandstand. You make a lot of noise and you come in third if you come in at all.
Well, I do get out there and hot dog it up a little bit, but from now on, I'm just going to take care of that car like it was my very own.
For Corky Curtis, a car is more than a machine. It's a weapon.
You're fired. If I see you again, I just might kill you.
Corky, did you hit him on purpose?
Starring Robert Lake as Corky Curtis. With NASCAR drivers Richard Petty, Bobby and Donnie Allison, Cale Yarborough, and Buddy Baker.
One, get away, get him! You got him! You got him! You got that mother!
Watch out for Corky Curtis.
20th Century Fox and EMI Films present Ryan O'Neal, Bruce Dern, and between them, Isabella Johnny. Three loners playing a ruthless game none of them could afford to lose. In The Driver. Ryan O'Neal is the driver.
My line of work is kind of hard to come by.
His reputation, the best wheelman in the business. Bruce Dern is the detective.
I'm very good at what I do.
His reputation, the toughest cop in the city. Two men driven by their need to prove they were the best. To break the cop, the driver was willing to risk it all.
You don't care about the money.
Might even send it to him.
To break the driver, the cop was willing to break the law.
Draw it! It'll cost you 2 years.
It had all come down to just one thing. They had to break each other. Ryan O'Neal, Bruce Dern, Isabella Johnny, The Driver.
The Indian's gonna hate you because you're soldiers. And if you do anything to cross me, you're gonna hate yourself for being born.
Have the men to mount up. It's gonna be a saber charge. Saber charge. That's right.
Saber charge. That was the battle cry of the soul soldier. Soul soldier. Former slaves. They became brave fighting men and died taming the Wild West, where no man called them brother.
Indian fighter's my ass. And Apache'd walk in here and yell, "Tote that bale, nigga." And y'all run, start looking for cotton.
What you like in the hay?
I find that very distasteful, Sergeant. Now you get that wagon out of here.
White folks listening, they might think black folks don't get along. Let's get out of here, fellas!
Soul Soldier. Story of a fighting man and the woman he loved. And the sergeant who stole her from him. Soul Soldier. They fought at the drop of a hat and became a legend in American history.
What the hell you do that for? His hat.
Soul Soldier. They fought and killed the red man for a white government that didn't give a damn about either one.
Captain Carpenter put you in for corporal. I don't want to be no corporal. I don't want to be nothing in no damn army.
You will want to see Soul Soldier, starring Rayford Johnson, Lincoln Kilpatrick, Robert Dokey, and Otis Taylor, rated GP from the Fanfare Corporation.
Boot Hill is where death comes quick. Boot Hill is where death comes hard. Boot Hill is where death comes often. Because in Boot Hill, death comes in two colors. Terence Hill is the man with no name, and Woody Strode as the gunfighter are the colors of death in Boot Hill.
I don't like to have to thank somebody too many times.
You're not the one I'm looking for. But you'll make good bait for my trap. That's the only reason for me to try to keep you alive.
Boot Hill, filled with the violence of the West. Victor Buono as Honey. He owned the town.
Noise or not, take as many men as you need and do whatever you want. But at tomorrow's meeting, I don't want to hear anything more about those people.
Lionel Stander as Mummy saves his friends and buries his enemies.
I'll take that bullet out of him, all right. I'll cure him. I'll make him well. And then I'll run out, borrow a gun, and shoot him in a place it'll take.
Eduardo Cianelli as the commissioner. He wrote his own laws.
You see now, Judge, we...
Don't call me Judge, sir.
No, Your Honor.
And not even Your Honor.
Bud Spencer as Hutch, killed for a town that didn't care.
Pooh!
You see that? Look at the mess we got ourselves in. I told you we were wasting time with this bunch. Not even an earthquake will get them moving. There's one other thing to do before day comes. What?
Don't you realize if they don't listen to me, they'll all end up 6 feet under? And so will their wives and their children. Because after Finch takes care of those 4 idiots, he won't spare anyone.
This is Boot Hill, where nobody died of natural causes. Boot Hill, a Film Ventures International release, filmed in Technicolor and Techniscope.
It's a new height in fright.
Doctor, what have animals to do with this?
The man's jugular vein was bitten, clean through.
Never before such diabolic evil as the skull.
I found in the morning that the skull had been removed.
Who removed it?
Those who use its power. Invisible beings, spirits from a strange, evil world.
The moving skull spreads its shrieking terror everywhere. Casting its hypnotic trance over all who fall under its hideous shadow. Turning a lover into a killer at its evil command. Never before such blood-curdling horror as the skull.
Get out of my way, fool.
When the skull strikes, you scream.
Savage. That's his name. Bullets are his business. He's the baddest dude with the biggest gun. He's Savage.
I'm a technician.
Bringing in the old American know-how, huh? Peace Corps, soft imperialism, and all that.
Well, not quite like that.
I know your gun's for hire, but you really went off half-cocked this time. I heard about Mankato.
Shut up! Shut your mouth.
He's Savage. See what he does to stick it to the fuzz. The pigs couldn't plug him, the cooler couldn't keep him, and now the army can't off him. He's more than a man. He's a death machine. Savage.
You jive nigger. You got me in this. Now you get me out.
James Eagleheart is Savage. Carol Speed is Savage Soul Sister. Savage and his all-girl army. Together they'll blow you apart.
I used to practice this on my little brother. Now that's probably why I'm an only child.
Savage. 1,000 men want to stop him, and they're gonna die trying. Stronger than Slaughter, slicker than Shaft, more super high than Superfly. Savage. From New World, the pictures rated R.
Ad.